Canto 3, Chapter 9, Brahma's Prayers for Creative Energy. Text 1. Brahmovacha Gnatosi Medya Suchirannanu Dehabhajam Nagnayate Bhagavato Gatiratyavadyam Nanyatvadasti Bhagavannapi Tanna Shuddham Maya Gunavyatikaradya Dururvibhasi.
Hare Krishna. Lord Brahma said, O my Lord, today, after many, many years of penance, I have come to know about you. Oh, how unfortunate the embodied living entities are that they are unable to know your personality. My Lord, you are the only knowable object, because there is nothing supreme beyond you. If there is anything supposedly superior to you, it is not the absolute. You exist as a supreme by exhibiting the creative energy of matter.
Text 2. Rupam yadetadavabodharasodayena shashvannivruttatamasah sadunagrahaya adau gruhitamatara-shataikabijam yannabipadmabhavanadahamarasam.
The form which I see eternally, freed from material contamination, and has advented to show mercy to the devotees as a manifestation of internal potency. This incarnation is the origin of many other incarnations, and I am born from the lotus flower grown from your navel home.
Natah param paramayadbhavatah swarupa manandamatramavikalpamaviddavarchaha pashyami vishvasrujam ekama vishvamatrun bhutendriyatmakamadasta upashritosmi.
O my Lord, I do not see a form superior to your present form of eternal bliss and knowledge. In your impersonal Brahman effulgence in the spiritual sky, there is no occasional change and no deterioration of internal potency. I surrender unto you, because whereas I am proud of my material body and senses, your lordship is the cause of the cosmic manifestation, and yet you are untouched by matter.
Text 4. Tadvaidam bhuvana mangala mangalaya dhyane smano darshitam ta upasakanam tasmai namo bhagavate nuvidema tubhyam yo nadruto naraka bhagbirasat prasangaihe.
This present form, or any transcendental form, expanded by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, is equally auspicious for all the universes. Since you have manifested this eternal personal form upon whom your devotees meditate, I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Those who are destined to be dispatched to the path of hell neglect your personal form because of speculating on material topics.
Text 5. ये तु त्वदीयचरणाम्बुजकोशगन्धम् जिघ्रन्ति कर्णविवरैः श्रुतिवातनीतम् भक्त्या गृहीतचरणः परया च तेषाम् नापैषिनाथ हृदयाम्बुरुहात् स्वपुंसाम्.
O my Lord, persons who smell the aroma of your lotus feet, carried by the air of Vedic sound through the holes of the ears, accept your devotional service. For them, you are never separated from the lotus of their heart.
Text 6. Tavadvayam dravinadeha-suhruन्निमित्तम् शोकः स्पृहा परिभवो विपुलश्च लोभः तावन्ममेत्य सदवग्रह आर्तिमूलम् यावन्न तेऽङ्घ्रियमभयं प्रवृणीत लोकः.
O my Lord, the people of the world are embarrassed by all material anxieties. They are always afraid. They always try to protect wealth, body, and friends. They are filled with lamentation and unlawful desires and paraphernalia, and they avariciously base their undertakings on the perishable conceptions of my and mine. As long as they do not take shelter of your lotus feet, they are full of such anxieties.
Text 7. Daivena te hata diyo bhavatah prasanga sarvashubhopashamanadvimukendriyaye kurvanti kama sukaleshalavaya dina lobhabhibhuta manaso kushalani shashvat.
O my Lord, persons who are bereft of the all auspicious performance of chanting and hearing about your transcendental activities are certainly unfortunate and are also bereft of good sense. They engage in inauspicious activities, enjoying sense gratification for a very little while.
Text 8. Kshutrut biramapo मुहुरर्द्यमानाः शीतोष्णवातवरशैरितरेतराश्च कामाग्निनाच्युतरुषां च सुदुर्भरेण सम्पश्यतो मन उरुक्रमसीदते मे.
O great actor, my lord, all these poor creatures are constantly perplexed by hunger, thirst, served cold, secretion, and bile, attacked by coughing winter, blasting summer, rains, and many other disturbing elements, and overwhelmed by strong sex urges and indivisible anger. I take pity on them, and I'm very much aggrieved.
Text 9. यावत्कृतत्वमिदमात्मन इन्द्रियार्था मायाबलं भगवतो जन ईश पश्येत् तावन्न संसृतिरसौ प्रतिसङ्क्रमेत व्यर्थापि दुःखनिवहं वहति क्रियार्था.
O my Lord, the material miseries are without factual existence for the soul. Yet, as long as the conditioned soul sees the body as meant for sense enjoyment, it cannot get out of the entanglement of material miseries, being influenced by external energy.
अह्न्यापृतार्थकरणानिशिनीशयाना नानामनोरथधिया क्षुणभग्ननिद्राः दैवाहतार्तरचना ऋषयोऽपि देवा यष्मत्सङ्गविमुखा इह संसरन्ति.
Such known devotees engage their senses in very troublesome and extensive work, and they suffer insomnia at night because their intelligence constantly breaks their sleep with various mental speculations. They are frustrated in all their various plans by supernatural power. Even great sages, if they are against your transcendental topics, must rotate in this material world.
Text 11. Tvam bhakti yoga paribhavita hrutsarojā āse shrute kshitapato nanunata pumsam yadyadiyata urugaya vibhavayanti tattadvapuh pranayase sadanugrahaya.
O my Lord, your devotees can see you through the ears by the process of bona fide hearing, and thus their hearts become cleansed and you take your seat there. You are so merciful to your devotees that you manifest yourself in the particular eternal form of transcendence in which they always think of you.
Text 12. Nati prasidati tatopachitopacharai रारादितः सुरगणैर्हृदि बद्धकामैः यत्सर्वभूतदयया सदलभ्ययैको नानाजनेष्ववहितः सुहृदन्तरात्मा.
My Lord, you are not very much satisfied by the worship of the demigods, who arrange for your worship very pompously, with various paraphernalia, but who are full of material hankerings. You are situated in everyone's heart as a super soul, just to show your causeless mercy, and you are the eternal well-wisher, but you are unavailable for the non-devotee.
Text 13. पुंसामतो विविधकर्मभिरद्वराद्यै दानेन चोग्रतपसा परिचर्यया च आराधनं भगवतस्तव सत्ययार्तो धर्मोऽर्पितः कर्हिचित् म्रियते न यत्र.
But the pious activities of the people, such as performance of Vedic rituals, charity, austere penances, and transcendental service, performed with a view to worship you and satisfy you by offering you the fruit of results, are also beneficial. Such acts of religion never go in vain.
Text 14. शश्वत्स्वरूपमहसैव नीपितभेदाम् मोहाय बोधधिषणाय नमः परस्मै विश्वद्भवस्थितिलय्येषु निमित्तलीलाम् रासाय ते नम इदं चक्रुमेश्वराय.
Let me offer my obeisances unto the Supreme Transcendence, who is eternally distinguished by his internal potency. His indistinguishable, impersonal future is realized by intelligence for self-realization. I offer my obeisances unto him, who by his pastimes enjoys the creation, maintenance, and dissolution of the cosmic manifestation.
Text 15. यस्यावतारगुणकर्म विडम्बनानि नामानि येषु विगमे विवशा गृह्णन्ति तेनैकजन्मशमलं सहसैव हित्वा संयात्यपावृतामृतं तमजं प्रपद्ये.
Let me take shelter of the lotus feet of him, whose incarnations, qualities, and activities are mysterious imitations of worldly affairs. One who invokes the transcendental names, even unconsciously, at the time he quits this life, is certainly washed immediately of the sins of many, many births and attains him without fail.
Text 16. यो वा अहं च गिरिशश्च विभुः स्वयं च स्थित्युद्भवप्रबल ये यहेतव आत्ममूलं भित्त्वा त्रिपाद्ववृद एकवुरुप्ररोहा तस्मै नमो भगवते भुवनद्रुमाय.
Your lordship is the prime root of the tree of the planetary systems. This tree is grown by first penetrating the material nature in three trunks, as me, Shiva, and you, the Almighty, for creation, maintenance, and dissolution, and we three have grown with many branches. Therefore I offer my obeisances unto you, the tree of the cosmic manifestation.
Text 17. Loko vikarma niratah kushale pramattah कर्मण्ययं त्विदुदिते भवदर्चने स्वे यस्तावदस्य बलवानिह जीविताशां सद्यश्चिन्नित्यनिमिषाय नमोऽस्तु तस्मै.
People in general all engage in foolish acts, not in the really beneficial activities enunciated directly by you for their guidance. As long as their tendency for foolish work remains powerful, all their plans in the struggle for existence will be cut to pieces. I therefore offer my obeisances unto him, who acts as eternal time.
Text 18. यस्माद्बिभेम्य महपीद्विपरार्धधिष्ण्या मध्यासितः सकललोकनमस्कृतं यत् तेपे तपो बहुसवो वरुरुत्समानां तस्मै नमो भगवते दिमुखाय तुभ्यम्.
Your lordship, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, who are indefatigable time, and the enjoyer of all sacrifices. Although I am situated in an abode which will continue to exist for a time, duration of does, although I am the leader of all other planets in the universe, and although I have undergone many, many years of penance for self-realization, I still offer my respects
Text
unto you.
19. तिर्यग्मनुष्यविबुधादिषु जीवयोनि श्वात्मेच्छयात्मकृतसेतुपरिप्सयायः रेमे निरस्तविषयोऽप्यवरुद्धदेहा तस्मै नमो भगवते पुरुषोत्तमाय.
O my Lord, by your own will you will appear in the various species of living entities, among animals lower than human beings, as well as among the demigods, to perform your transcendental pastimes. You are not affected by material contamination. You come just to fulfill the obligations of your own principles of religion, and therefore, O Supreme Personality, I offer my obeisances unto you for manifesting such different forms.
Text 20. यो विद्ययानुपहतोऽपि दशार्धवृत्त्या निद्रामुवाह जठरीकृतलोकयात्रः अन्तर्जले हि कशिपुस्पर्शानुकूलां भीमोर्विमालिनि जनस्य सुखं विवृण्वन्.
My Lord, you accept the pleasure of sleeping in the water of devastation, where there are violent waves, and you enjoy pleasure on the bed of snakes, showing the happiness of your sleep to intelligent persons. At that time, all the universal planets are stationed within your abdomen.
Text 21. यन्नाभिपद्मभवनादहमासमीड्या लोकत्रयोपकरणो यदनुग्रहेण तस्मै नमस्तौदरस्तभवाय योगा निद्रावसानविकसन्नलिनेक्षणाय.
O object of my worship, I am born from the house of your lotus navel for the purpose of creating the universe by your mercy. As these planets of the universe were stationed within your transcendental abdomen while you were enjoying sleep. Now, your sleep having ended, your eyes are open like blossoming lotuses in the morning.
Text 22. सोऽयं समस्तजगतां हृसुदेक आत्मा सत्त्वेन यन्मृडयते भगवान् भगेन तेनैव मे दृशमनुसृषताद्यथाहं स्रक्ष्यामि पूर्ववदिदं प्रणतप्रियोऽसौ. हरे कृष्ण. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. हरे कृष्ण. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Let the Supreme Lord be merciful towards me. He is the one friend and soul of all living entities in the world, and he maintains all for their ultimate happiness by his 6 transcendental opulences. May he be merciful towards me so that I, as therefore, may be empowered with the introspection to create, for I am also one of the surrendered souls who are dead to the Lord. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Geeta Gamya Mataji and Urpita Mataji. Very beautiful recitation, so pleasing. And these are Brahma's prayers and very long prayers and bigger verses. Okay, so
All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so thank you so much. So shall straight away move into our daily Srimad Bhagavatam. So before we enter, we offer our prayers to the Gurus, Prabhupada and Acharyas, Vaishnavas and Krishna. Om अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांशं श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश। हे कृष्ण करुण सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिविकास स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। शृणुतं स्वकताः कृष्णः पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनः हृद्यन्तस्त्वय्य भद्राणि विधुनोति सुहृसतां। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवति उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। ये तेषां सकलाः पुंसः कृष्णस्तु भगवान् स्वयम् इन्द्रारिव्याकुलं लोकं मृडयन्ति युगे युगे। इदं भागवतं नाम पुराणं ब्रह्मसंहितम् उत्तमश्लोकचरितं चकार भगवान् ऋषिः निःश्रेयसाय लोकस्धन्यं स्वस्तये नमः। कृष्णे स्वदामोपगते धर्मज्ञानादिभिः सह खलु न शुश्रामेषा पुराणार्कोऽधिनोदितः। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवके नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्घ्रये। अति विश्वेश विश्वात्मन् विश्वमूर्ते स्वकेषु मे स्नेहपाशमिमं चिन्तिधुं पाण्डुषु त्वयि मेनन्यविषया मतिर्मदपते सत्कृत् रतिमुग्ध्वा तदद्ध गङ्गेवभूदन्वति। श्रीकृष्ण कृष्ण सखा विष्णु ऋषभावनिधृग्राजन्यवंशदहनानपवर्गवीर्य गोविन्द गोद्विजसुरात्यहरावतार योगेश्वर किल गुरो भगवन् नमस्ते। योगेश्वर किल गुरो भगवन् नमस्ते। योगेश्वर किल गुरो भगवन् नमस्ते। तुलयामलवेनापि न स्वर्गं न पुनर्भवं भगवत्सङ्गसङ्गस्य मत्येनां किमुदाशिषः। पुनश्च भूयाद् भगवत्यनन्ते रतिः प्रसङ्गश तदाश्रयेषु महस्त्रियां यामुप्यां सृष्टिं मैत्रसु सर्वत्र नमोद्विजेभ्यः। ॐ नमो भगवते राधा गोविन्दाय नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनामिने गौरद्विषे नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यमीश्वरं श्रीचैतन्यप्रभुं वन्दे भालोऽप्यदनुग्रहात् तरेनानामतग्राह व्याप्तं सिद्धान्तसागरं श्रीचैतन्यप्रभुं वन्दे यत्पादाश्रयवीरितः सङ्गृणाचाकरव्रातात् अज्ञः सिद्धान्तसन्मनीन्। ॐ नमो भगवते राधा गोविन्दाय नमः। हरे कृष्ण। Okay, thank you so much, dear devotees, for kindly joining and waiting to hear. So we have been discussing Srimad Bhagavatam. So in the last session, so chapter 8, third canto, chapter 8, that is the Brahma appearing from the novel of Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. That chapter is completed. So we are entering into the ninth chapter, which is the prayers of Lord Brahma, so for his creative purpose. Okay, I shall share my screen. Okay, so in the Srimad Bhagavatam, so in the last session, just to recap about the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, he is lying in the Garbhodaka ocean. It is the very huge ocean, Garbhodaka ocean. Whatever we see, this is the salt ocean, which is on the earth. But this earth is floating on the Garbhodaka ocean. That is where Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu is lying in. So when the Brahma, he in his meditation after 100 years of his age, he meditated on the Lord has appeared in his heart, and then he sees the beautiful form of the Lord, that we have seen all the beauty of the Lord. And then that place wherever Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu is lying, so Nivitamamnaya Madhurata Shriya Swakittimaya Vanamalaya Harim Suryendu Vayu Agni Agamam Tridamabihi Parikramat Pradhanikaihi Durasadam. To that place there is no sun, no moon, or the air. They would not enter into that particular place. So Parikramat Pradhaniki Durasadam. So the Sudarshan Chakra is always protecting. And then there, Lord Brahma, after appearing from the lotus flower, he says, Tariheva Tannabhi Sarasarojam Atmanabha Swasanam Viecha Dadarsha Devo Jagato Vidata Natah Param Loka Visarga Drushtihi. So he sees the Lord in his heart itself, and where Garbhodak Sai Vishnu is lying. And from that Garbhodak Sai Vishnu's navel, there is another ocean is there in his navel. From that ocean, this lotus flower has emanated. Tariheva Tannabi Saraha Sarojam. Saraha Sarojam. Atmanam Bhaswasanam Vyecham. That lotus flower is just moving this way and that way. Atmanam Bhaswasanam Vyecha, by the blowing wind. And then that at that particular time, Dadarsha Devo Jagato Vidata Nataha Param Loka Visarga Drushtihi. He sees the Lord. At the same time, he also wanted to create the secondary creation. And then for his creative prayers, so Sakarma Bijam Rajasopraktaha Prajaha Sisruksha Nideva Drishtva Astad Visargabi Mukastamidhyam Avyaktavatmani Abhiveshitatma. So Brahma started offering his prayers to the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, so that he will get the enough energy or the enough powers or potencies from the Lord, so that he can do secondary creation. So that is what we are going to do. The first three shlokas of this Brahma's prayers for his creative energy. In the first shloka, so Brahma, he is admitting that after very long time that he has meditated, and then he was able to see the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, but it is not that much easily possible for the ordinary human beings. And then the form of the Lord, which is always transcendental and which is not contaminated by the three modes of material nature. Likewise, Brahma is often starting his prayers. So this is Canto 3, Chapter 9, and verse number 1. Brahma ज्ञातोऽसि मेज्य शुचिराननुदेहभाजम् न ज्ञायते भगवतो गतिरिध्यवध्यम् नान्यत्वदस्ति भगवन्नपि तन्न शुद्धम् माया गुणवितिकराद्यद्गुरुर्विभासि. So Brahma is saying, Jnatosi me adhya suchiran. After very long time, Jnatosi, I understood. And adhya suchiram, adhya is today. I have come to see this form of the Lord. Jnatosimi adhya suchiram nanu dehabhajam. And then, so nanu dehabhajam, but nanu dehabhajam na jnayate. And the materially embodied living entities, na jnayate, it is very difficult for them because of their condition in the body, which is of all made up of the panchabhutas. And even it is human bodies, it is always defective with the four defects, like for tend to cheat, make mistakes, fall into illusion, and then imperfect senses. Because of that, they cannot understand by their own intelligence. This is dehavajam na jnayate bhagavato, unto the Lord, gatiri javajam, because of their conditions, avajam, great offenses. Nanyatvadasti bhagavanapi tanna shuddham. Nanyatvad asti. So he is mentioning, Brahma is saying, Nanyat, not beyond this, twadasti, apart from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Bhagavan, api, tanna shuddham. So there will not be any other thing which is the pure goodness apart from the Lord's body. Likewise, he is praying, Nanyat vadasti bhagavannapi tanna shuddham. There is nothing else, Nanyat, nothing else than the Lord's transcendental body in the form of the shuddham. Shuddham is the absolute. And that form, Maya guna vitikarad yad gurur vibhasi. Maya, so Maya Gunavitikarad, material energy Gunavitikarad is because of the mixture of the modes of, this is the Gunavitikarad. And yet Gurir Vibhasi, and that is transcendental to this material nature, the body of the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. So here Brahma is admitting the three statements. One is he has come to see the Lord after very long time. It is not possible for the ordinary living entities that much easily to know about the Lord. And if there is anything which is pure good, Brahma is saying that Lord's body is in the pure goodness. There is nothing else which can be comparable to the Lord's body. And the fourth point is the Lord, he is always transcendental to the Maya. So the four statements Brahma is mentioning. So jnatosi medya suchira nanudeha pajam na jnayate bhagavato gatirijhavajjam nanyatvadasti bhagavannapi tanna shuddham maya guna vitikara yad urirvibhasi. So translation for this verse. So Lord Brahma said, "O my Lord, today, after many, many years of penance, I have come to know about you. Oh, how unfortunate the embodied living entities are that they are unable to know your personality. My Lord, you are the only knowable object because there is nothing supreme beyond you. If there is anything supposedly superior to you, it is not the absolute. You exist as the supreme by exhibiting the creative energy of matter." Purport by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The highest peak of ignorance of the living entities who are conditioned by the material bodies is that they are unaware of the supreme cause of the cosmic manifestation. So they are not aware of, because as soon as one takes birth into the human body, he doesn't know. First of all, he has to survive. So first of all, he is bewildered, but what needs to be done? First, initially, as soon as he touches the material world, come in contact with the matter, then immediately he thinks that he feels all the senses are working, and the first thing is the kshut and thrud, and that is the hunger and thirst. For that purpose, so many things he will, different sequence of activities established, and then he will be entangled. Yaya sammohito jiva atmanam trigunatmakam. So in such a way, he is bewildered. Atmanam trigunatmakam. He thinks that which is made up of, which is influenced by the three material modes of nature. So different people have different theories regarding the supreme cause, but none of them are genuine. So this is again philosophers and speculators. They think that there are so many people in the past, they have proposed like universe will be like that, universe will be like this, and still they are doing the same thing that never stops. But our scriptures, they are always perfect and pure, all transcendental. So they are not genuine. So the only supreme cause is Vishnu, and the intervening impediment is the illusory energy of the Lord. So this is the main thing. So in this age of Kali, we are one is the illusory energy of the Lord or the Maya, and another thing is the Kali's influence, and so many other impediments like the Adi Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautik, Adi Daivik, likewise different tapatrayas are always bewildering us and disturbing us in so many ways. So it is very difficult for us to understand. We have to learn from the spiritual master through the scriptures in the Guru Parampara system. Okay, so the Lord has employed his wonderful material energy in manifesting many, many wonderful distractions in the material world. And the conditioned souls, illusioned by the same energy, are thus unable to know the supreme cause. So this is very difficult. We see, first of all, Deha Patya Kalatradishu Atma Sainyeshu Asaswapi Tesham Pramatvinam Pasyanapi Na Pasyati. So this one, Sukadeva Goswami mentioned in the beginning of the second canto. So people, they are generally like a family and children, likewise, they're always engaged in the materialistic activities. And that way, Tesham Pramatvanidhanam Pasyanapi na Pasyati, though they understand that people there is a birth, old age, disease, and death, but they don't see for themselves. In such a way, not only that one, and then he has to find that livelihood for the family's sake. Likewise, he struggles in this material world. These are many illusion by the same energy. Yasmin yada pushkarana bhamaya dhurantaya spruštadiha pradugdushyah. So likewise, they are seen in various ways. Yasmin yada pushkarana bhamaya, illusion energy of the Lord. So the most stalwart scientists and philosophers, therefore, cannot be accepted as wonderful. So that they always have some defects, tend to cheat, tend to make mistakes, imperfect senses, and fall into illusion. Because of that, they cannot be accepted as wonderful. They only appear wonderful because they are instruments in the hands of the illusory energy of the Lord. Under illusion, the general mass of people deny the existence of the Supreme Lord and accept the foolish products of illusory energy as supreme. So this one we see when we send our children to the school, they go and study something, whatever is being spoken in the schools, saying that this is science, what is like that, and then though parents says that scriptures are this one and it is the truth, and this is given by our the sages who have been compiled in their meditation, but they do not take it because they want to see practically with their senses, seeing with the eyes, touching with the hands, and doing everything, and then but they do not see what is behind it. So that is because they accept the foolish products of illusory energy as supreme. This is the short-brained or short thoughts. They do not have a long vision. The devotees, they see the eternal vision, which is not bound by the time factors, and no birth, no old age, no disease, and no death. And again, the consciousness is completely transcendental. That is Krishna consciousness. Okay, so because of that consciousness, he will prepare the next body. Once he leaves the current body, he will enter into the next body. So, and then further Prabhupada says, one can know the supreme cause, the personality of Godhead, by the causeless mercy of the Lord, which is bestowed upon Lord's pure devotees like Brahma and those in his disciplic succession by acts of penance only. By acts of penance only. So here was Lord Brahma was able to see the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, and by realization only could he understand the Lord as he is. This is the mercy of the Lord. Otherwise, it is not possible for anyone. So later on, Brahma, the Lord speaks that, oh Brahma, whatever you have glorified me, yachakadhangamahtotram matkata abhyudayankitam yadbha tapase nishta sayesha mad anugraha. By my mercy only, you are able to see me. So you have given this stotra, you have 25 shlokas, you have glorified me using those shlokas. Yachakadhangama stotram, mat katha abhyudayankitam. This katha, my katha is abhyudayankitam. It is for all auspiciousness. Yadva tapasite nishta, sayesha madhanugraha. Whatever the acts of penance you have performed, this is also by my mercy only. So that is Lord says to Brahma later on. And Brahma was extremely satisfied upon observing the magnificent beauty and opulence of the Lord. And he admitted that nothing can be comparable to him. So the body of the Garbhodakasaya Vishnu is huge, but he has not seen Karnodakasaya Vishnu yet. So there he is glorifying. If he sees Karnodakasaya Vishnu, then he will be wondered more and more. So here that Garbhodakasaya Vishnu आयामत विस्तृतः स्वमानो देहेन लोकत्रय संग्रहेण विचित्र दिव्याभरणां शुकानां कृतस्यापाशितवेषदेहं पुंसां स्वकामाय विविक्तमार्गैः अभ्यर्च्यतां कामदुगाङ्घ्रिपद्मं प्रदर्शयन्तं कृपया न केन्दुमयूखभिन्नाङ्गुलिचारुपत्रम्. So this one again, the body is huge. Lokatraya Sangrahena, occupying all the ocean, all the three planetary systems. Lokatraya Sangrahena. Vichitra Divyabharanam Shukanam Kutasya Pashita Veshadeham. So many of Tulsi garlands, jewels, necklaces, many things are. Then if we see, it is just marking the big mountains like that. And then that golden the helmet. So there again he is saying that Pradarshyantum Krupayana Kendu Mayuka Bhinnanguli Charupatram. There he is showing his feet to the devotees. Pumsam Swakamai Viviktamargaihi Abhyarchitam Kamadugangri Padmam. Many devotees come forward with so many desires. Then the Lord is showing Pradarshyantum Krupayana Kendu. Krupaya Nakendu. So he is the feet, he is showing with so much of mercy unto the conditioned souls. Come and take the shelter of at my lotus feet, like that. Pradarshyantum Krupaya Nakendu Mayuka Bhinnanguli Charupatram. Again glorifying the feet and the nails of the feet like a moons. It is glowing like that. This one of the devotees saying Brahma was thinking and praying to the Krishna. Krishna is always showing his feet in the Tribhanga form, taking shelter of. One has to meditate that lotus feet. So this beautiful form, Brahma was able to see after the so much of his penance and the magnificent beauty and opulence of the Lord. And he admitted that nothing can be compared to him. So, and then only by penance, one can be appreciated the beauty and opulence of the Lord. And when one is acquainted with that beauty and opulence, he is no longer attracted by any other. This is evam bhagavato rupam subhadram jayito manaha nivritya paryaturnam sampannam na nivartate. Sampanna, once he attains that beauty of the Lord, he attracts his heart, getting attracted to the beauty of the Lord. Then he will never have Sampannam na nivartate, that he attains that wealth, that is the eternal wealth, the beauty of the Lord. It always stores in the heart. That is yet tvadiya charanam bhujakosha jighranti kanna vivraihi sitivadanitam bhaktya gruhita charana parayachatesham na paishinada hrudyam buruha swapumsam. Again, this is the same shloka in the coming in the fifth shloka. So yet tvadiya charanam bhujakosha jighranti kanna vivraihi sitivadanitam. So again, hearing the beauty of the Lord through the devotee's mouth, and then coming through hearing through the ears, once it is going, that is very beautiful. And then that form, he will never ever leave. Yet tvadiya charanam bhujakosham jighranti karna vivraihi sutivataneetam bhaktya gruhita charana parayachatesham na paishinada hrudayam burha swapumsam. The Lord also, he will never ever leave from the heart of the devotee. So that is only it is attracted by only by the tapasya. Jami tapasevedam grasami tapasa punaha bibharmi tapasa vishwam virime dushyarantapaha. One has to uh, attain that kind of penances, waking up early in the morning and then taking bath and come early in the morning for japa sessions or mangalarati. That is the tapasya in this age of Kali. It is not going to the secluded places and meditating. It is very impractical in this age. Krishna says that one. That is the kleshodikatarastesham objekta sakta chetsam. It is very difficult because we are materially embodied and we have got family and everything. So it is possible when we are in the society itself, then whenever in the home itself, waking up early in the morning, initially it will be very bit difficult, uncomfortable, and the sense is always saying that you sleep more, and then but here, but for the devotee, uh, it is the right time. That is the earning the eternal wealth. Eternal wealth. That is the beauty and opulence of the Lord. And then once he attracts waking up early in the morning and attending the arati and doing this japa and everything, then after that, if he hears Srimad Bhagavatam and the beauty of the Lord, he will never ever leave that point. But if you are enjoying and if all the Bhogeshwari Prasaktanam Taya Purta Chesam, Vyavasayatmaka Buddhihi Samadau Na Vidhiyate. If you are enjoying all the things like sense gratificatory things, Bhogeshwari Prasaktanam, then what happens? Vyavasayatmaka Buddhihi Samadau Na Vidhiyate. That devotion to the Lord or attaining to the ultimate aim of the life, it will not happen. That thought does not come into the heart. Samadho na vidhiyate. So likewise, Krishna says, so one has to perform some kind of austerities and penances. Then only he will be attracted. That is the endeavors in his. So this is confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita. Param drishtva nivattate. This is Vishya vinivattante niraharasya dehinaha. Rasavajjam rasoprasya param drishtva nivattate. Once he is attracted to that particular taste, he will never ever leave. That too, param drishtva, this is the supreme. He will never leave that one. He will no longer attracted by any other material things. And then here further Prabhupada says, foolish human beings who do not endeavor to investigate the supreme beauty and opulence of the Lord are here condemned by Brahma. It is imperative that every human being try for such knowledge. And if anyone does not do so, his life is spoiled. This is Atato Brahma Jijnasa. Otherwise, Dharmo hina pasubihi samana. Otherwise, he is just an animal being. He will get the animal body in the next life. Such kind of people are condemned by Brahma. This is Nayam Deho Dehavajam Luloke Kastan Kaman Arhate Vidbhujamye. So again, Rishabhadev says to his children, even the Kastan Kaman Arhate Vidbhujamye. Even the stool-eating pig also have got the pains and pleasures. Nayam Deho Dehavajam Luloke, but this is the material world of the humans. Luloke Kastan Kaman Arhate Vidbhujamye. So that's why he is mentioning to his children, Tapo Divyam Putrakayena Sattvam Sujyajasmat Brahmasokyam Tvanantam. You just, my dear children, you engage in the tapasya. Tapo Divyam Putrakayena Sattvam. And then once you clear out these materialist conceptions, just it is all are which are all temporary, with just like a seasons are going. Agama Nityaha Tam Titikshasva Bharata. So just you tolerate all those things, but engage yourself in the austerities and penances. Tapo divyam putrakayena sattvam. Sujjet yasmat. What is sujjet? Yasmat. This is the materialistic things. We are material body like that. That is sujjet yasmat brahmasokyam tvanantam. Then you will experience the brahmasokya. But the devotees go beyond that one. Ittam sam brahma sukhanubhutya. Dasyam gatanam paradaivatena. So the friends of Krishna, they are more glorious than anyone else. This is Dasyam gatanam paradaivatena. Mayasitanam naradarakena. Sakam vijahruhu Krutapunya Punjaha. Sukadeva Goswami says that is the glory of friends of Krishna. So because they are Krutapunya Punjaha, after so many lifetimes, they have performed austerities and penances and devotion. They have come to the point that they are taking direct friendship association with Krishna and playing with Krishna. Likewise. So one has to put his personal endeavors. And then this is the imperative. Every human being try for such knowledge, and if anyone does not do so, his life is spoiled. Anything that is beautiful and opulent in the material sense is enjoyed by those living entities who are like the crows. This is the Tadvaisatieddham Ushante Manasa. Vaisatieddham. This is the place of crows. Tirtha is the pilgrimage, and Vaisam, the place for the crows. Vaisatieddham. But where Niramant Usakshayaha, there Paramhamsas, they do not take any pleasure in the material things. So this again, Nayad Vachitra Padam Hare Resho Jagat Pavitram Pragunihita Karichet Tadvaisatieddham Ushante Manasa Nayatrahamsa Niramanti Usakshayaha. Narada Muni says to Vyasadeva, you have compiled so many literatures, Mahabharata and one way split one Veda into four, and then so many Puranas, but you have not described about the Vasudeva Mahimahi Anuvarnitaha. So like you did not describe more purely about only Krishna. But that is just like a tad vaisatidham ushante manasa nayatrahamsa niramanti usakshayaha. So there, these Paramahamsas, they do not take any pleasure there by reading all other things. They want to hear only about the Lord and his transcendental activities only. So crows always engage in picking at a rejected garbage, whereas the white ducks do not mix with crows. Rather, they take pleasure in transparent lakes with lotus flowers, surrounded by beautiful orchards. Both crows and ducks are undoubtedly birds by birth, but they are not of the same feather. So this is the difference between the devotees and non-devotees. Devotees means they have got all good qualities. Sarvaihi gunaihi tatra samasate suraha. Harava bhaktasya kuto mahadgunaha. If he is not a devotee, how come any good qualities exist within that person? Because he is always um, Bahiradhyamanaha. He is always attracted by the material things. In his heart, always asat. It is the asat dauto bahi. His mind is attracted to the enjoyment of the material things. Because of that, he may not have all good qualities like the devotees. So this is the difference, like the birds in the like the crows and the swan. Okay, likewise, Sukadeva Goswami, here Brahma is offering his prayers like Jnatosi Medhi Suchira Nanudeha Vajam Na Jnayate Bhagavato Ghatiri Javajam Nanyat Twadasti Bhagavanapi Tanna Shuddham Maya Guna Vitikara Yad Urur Vibhasi. So that is a very beautiful shloka. And later on, in the next shloka, moving to the next second shloka, so Brahma is saying that the form of the Lord, it is completely transcendental with full of knowledge and bliss. And then it is the eternal form. And that form is the source of all other incarnations within our universe. So this Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, this is the first incarnation in this universe, and then this form is the source of all other incarnations. There may be Varaha, Narasimha Deva, Mashyavataram, Kurmavataram, so many other incarnations are coming. They're all coming from this Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. So that is Brahma is offering. And I have also appeared from the novel of that Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. Likewise, Brahma is offering second shloka. रूपं यद्येतद् अवबोधरसोदयेन शश्वन्निवृत्ततमसः सदनुग्रहाय आदौ गृहीतमवतारशतैकबीजं यन्नाभिपद्मभवनदहमाविरासम् रूपं यद्येतद् अवबोधरसोदयेन. And the form which I am seeing here, avabhodarasa, of your eternal internal potency. This is his internal potency, Lord's internal potency. Udayena, with the manifestation. Shashvan nivritta tamasaha sad anugrahaya. It is Shashvat, it is forever, eternal. Nivritta tamasaha, and freed from the material contamination. Nivritta tamasaha. Sad Anugrahaya, that form is appearing for the Sad Anugrahaya, for the sake of the devotees. And he appears there for the sake of devotees. The Pradarsantam Krupayanakendhu Mayuka Bhinnanguli Charupatram. Devotees there go to the Lord. For what? Pumsam Swakamaya Viviktamargaihi Abhyachatam Kamadukangri Padmam. Kamadukangri Padmam, the lotus feet of the Lord, it fulfills the desires of all the living entities. Kamadugangri Padmam, Pradarshyantam Krupayanakyendu. So when he is showing his feet, and that is who goes there? The devotees. Sadanugrahaya, the devotees go to the Lord. If we see the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, is the Padmanabha. We have got the temples in South India, Anant Padmanabha Swami. So that temple is there. So there is a Brahma is also sprouted from the navel of the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. So that is very beautiful. So here, that form of the Garbhodak Sai Vishnu, it is Adu Gurhitam Avatara Shataika Bijam. Adu is the original creative energy of matter. Gurhitam, that form is accepted. Avatara Shataika Bijam. So many incarnations. It is the root cause of hundreds of incarnations. That is Yannavi Padma Bhavanat Ahamavirasam, and Yannavi Padma, in that lotus flower that came from that Garbhodak Sai Vishnu, Navi Padmam Bhavanat. So from that home, Ahamavirasam, I have myself was generated. So likewise, Brahma is also indirectly glorifying the Lord. I am also the part of the Lord's creation. In one way, Brahma is he is the deity for the mode of passion. He is the creative. He is the creator of the secondary creation. Rajaso paraktaha. By the mode of passion, he wanted to create. Otherwise, if he is not in the mode of passion, then he cannot create. So mode of passion only he can create. Okay, so that is the Rupam Yajjetad Avabhodharasodayena Shashvan Nivutta Tamasaha Sadanugrahaya Adu Grihitam Avtara Shataika Bijam Yannavi Padma Bhavanat Ahamavirasam. So translation for this verse. The form which I see is eternally freed from material contamination and has adventure to show mercy to the devotees as a manifestation of internal potency. This incarnation is the origin of many other incarnations, and I am born from the lotus flower grown from your navel home. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The three deities, Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwara, or the Shiva, the executive heads of three modes of material nature, passion, goodness, and ignorance, are all generated from Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, who is described herein by Brahma. From the Kshirodak Sai Vishnu, many Vishnu incarnations expand at different ages in the duration of cosmic manifestation. So here, the Garbhodak Sai Vishnu, he is the source. Yo aham cha vibhu swayam cha. So there are three branches coming from the Garbhodak Sai Vishnu. Out of those, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, three of them. They are the three different branches. Tasmai namo bhagavate bhuvana. So bhuvana dhruma is the tree. And these 14 planetary systems, they are if they considered as the tree, and out of the three branches are Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. So Brahma, he mentions that one in the 17th shloka later on. But out of these three incarnations, one has to always approach only the Vishnu. That one, Sota Goswami mentioned in the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam. One has to take the shelter of Vishnu only. Okay, so, and then from the Kshirodak Sai Vishnu, many incarnations, these are the Leela avatars at different ages in the duration of cosmic manifestation. They are expanded only for the transcendental happiness of pure devotees. This is the Bhavayatyasa Satvena Lokanvai Lokabhavanaha Leelavatanarato Devatriyak Naradishu. So this is for the sake of the pure devotees. Paritranaya Sadhunam. For the sake of the devotees, he appears. And the incarnations of Vishnu who appear at different ages and times are never to be compared to the conditioned souls. They're all transcendental. Though they are called different incarnations like the Gunavataras, Brahma, Vishnu and Maheshwara, that is the Gunavataras. Next one is the Leela and then Yugavataras, Manvantara. So likewise, there are different kinds of avatars, Siktavesh avatars, like that. Siktavesh avatars like uh, Vyasadev, Narada Muni. So these are all Siktavesh avatars. And Yuga avatars like the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and also Krishna. So avatara means it can be just fall into Leela avatara or Yuga avatara. So one is based on the time factor and one is based on the pastime of Leelas, different Leelas. And then some are based on the activities like the Parashurama is Sektavesha avatara. So these are based on the activities. They're Sektavesha, empowered incarnations. But they're all then they are never compared to be to the conditioned souls. They're all transcendental in the Vishuddha Sattvam, but in a different potencies. The Vishnu Tattvas are not to be compared to the deities like Brahma and Shiva, or nor they are on the same level. So whenever we chant in the morning, so this is also one of the offenses. To consider names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of Lord Vishnu, that is an offense. We should not compare any other incarnations with the Vishnu Tattva. So anyone who compares them is called a Pashandi or infidel. So Tamasaha mentioned here is the material nature, and the spiritual nature has a completely separate existence from the Tamaha. This is Tamasoma Jyotirghamaya. This is one has to move to the light instead of staying in the Tamasa, which is our material world, which is of darkness. This is the called Tamasaha. Andakupam. So one has to elevate himself onto the light, into the spiritual planets where there is natadbhasayete suryo na shashanko na pavakaha yad gatva na nivattante tadhama paramam mama. That planet, we have to go there. One has to enter into that light of the spiritual planets. Therefore, spiritual nature is called avabhodarasa or avarodharasa. So avarodha means that which completely nullifies all the material. This is the mode of ignorance. And in the transcendence, there is no chance of material contact by any means. So that is pravartate yatra rajastamastayoho sattvam cha mishram na chakal vikramaha na yatra maya ki mutapare harer anurata yatra sura asura architaha. That is the Vaikuntha planet, where there is no mode of ignorance, a mode of passion, no time influence, no maya. Where that is the place, all demigods and demons both worship the Supreme Lord. Of course, though demons in the Vaikuntha Loka, but the propensity of performing demoniac activities is not present. That's why they're all worshipping Sura, Asura, Architaha. Both worship the Lord in the Vaikuntha planets. So Brahma is the first living being, and therefore he mentions his birth from the lotus flower generated from the abdomen of Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. So this is what Yanna Vipadna Bhavanat Ahamavirasam. I also appeared from this. So he is proudly saying that I am also appeared from the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. Many people, they appear from the womb of the mother. by taking the material. So the father injects the semen. Striyaha udharam retah pumsah kanashrayah. This is karmana daivanetrena jantuhu deha upapattaye. And then when the living entity take the shelter of the semen of the man and enter into the womb of the woman. But here Brahma is not like that. He is directly coming from the navel of Garbhodak Sai Vishnu in the lotus flower, sitting very beautifully. So I'm also Yadna Vipadma Bhavanad Ahama Virasam. Likewise, he is also mentioning that one. So that is that verse. Rupam yadjetad avbhod rasodayena shashvanyavruta tamasaha sad anugrahaya adau grihita mamatar shataika bijam yanna vipadma bhavanad ahama virasam. So likewise, Brahma is praying. And there is one more beautiful shloka. So the time is very less. The shlokas are very beautiful ones. Okay. Okay, the shloka goes like this. Third shloka. Natah param parama yadbhavatah swarupam anandamatram avikalpam avidhavachaham pasyami visujam ekam aviswamatman bhutendriyatmaka madasta upasitosmi na atah param parama yadbhavatah swarupam. So again, he is glorifying the Lord. The form of the Lord is na atah param. Thereafter, parama is the O Supreme. Yet that which bhavataha swarupam of your lordship, swarupam the eternal form, ananda matram avikalpam, ananda matram, it is the impersonal Brahman effulgence, avikalpam without any changes, avidhavachaha without deterioration of potency. Pasyami, do I see, and Pasyami Visvasujam, the creator of the cosmic manifestation, Ekam, one without a second, Pasyami Visujam Ekam, Aviswamatman, and yet not of the matter. The Lord, his body is not made up of this earth, water, fire like that. He is Aviswam Atman. He is the cause of the supreme cause, and you are not of this made of this matter. Aviswamatman, both Indriya Atmaka Madastha Upasritosmi, but me, myself, both Indriya Atmaka and the body and Indriya senses, that is senses, Atmaka, on such identification. Madaha, I am pride of like that. Both Indriya Atmaka Madastha. Te Upasritosmi, I am taking shelter at your lotus feet. Upasritaha, I am the surrendered soul unto you. And likewise, Brahma is offering his prayer. We are all proud of our bodies. Like, I am very beautiful. I have got this much of wealth. I have good family, good vehicles, good job. But here Brahma is saying that, see, I am always prayed like that. But still I am taking shelter at your lotus feet, my dear Lord. So likewise, Brahma is saying, Nataha param parama yadbhavasaha swarupam ananda matram avikalpam avidhavachaha Pasyami Visvasujam Ekam Aviswamatman Bhutendriyatmaka Madastha Upasritosmi. So the translation for this verse, O my dear Lord, I do not see a form superior to your present form of eternal bliss and knowledge. In your impersonal Brahman effulgence in the spiritual sky, there is no occasional change and no deterioration of internal potency. I surrender unto you because, whereas I am proud of my material body and senses, your lordship is the cause of cosmic manifestation, and yet you are untouched by matter. So this is Brahma lives 311 trillion years as per our human calculation. He is saying, I am proud of my material body and senses. He is admitting that, but still he is taking shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. And the Lord is untouched by the matter. Okay, so one has to contemplate about us. If Brahma is doing that, what is I should be doing? Okay, so purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita 18.55, Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yashasmi tatpataha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead can only be partially known and only by the process of devotional service to the Lord. This is Bhaktya Mama Vijanati Yavarnishashmi Tatvataham. But Lord Brahma became aware that the Supreme Lord Krishna has many, many eternal blissful forms of knowledge. He has described such expansions of the Supreme Lord Govinda in his Brahma Samhita as follows. Advaitam Anadim Anantarupam Adhyam Purana Purusham Navayavvanam Cham Vedeshu Durlabham Adurlabham Atma Bhaktau Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. This is the form of the Lord, Advaitam, Achyutam. There is no second one, only one thing, Advaitam. And Achyutam, Achyutam is the infallible one. Anadim, he is eternal. Anantarupam, in the so many innumerable forms. Adhyam, in the beginning, from the beginning, he is the source. Purana Purusham, he is the eternal Lord. Navayavvanam cha, though he is eternal and oldest personality, he is always youthful. Navayavvanam cha. Vedeshu durlabham, he cannot be understood by the Vedas. Adurlabham atma bhaktau, and it is very easier for the devotees of the Lord. Adurlabham, he is easily accessible to devotees of the Lord. So this is what Krishna is mentioning. This is Bhaktya Mama Vichanati. Only devotees can partially understand me. Adurlabham Atma Bhakto Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. On to that Supreme Govinda I worship. Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So I worship Govinda, the primal Lord, who is non-dual and infallible. He is the original cause of all causes, even though he expands in many, many forms. Although he is the oldest personality, he is ever youthful, unaffected by old age. The Supreme Personality of Godhead cannot be known by academic wisdom of the Vedas. One has to approach the devotees of the Lord to understand him. So this is again Krishna says to Arjuna, saying that na Vedeshu, na Chejjaya, not by studying the Vedas, not by worship, and na Tapasa, not by the penance as well, but by only devotional service. He mentioned so many reasons, but only by the devotional service. This is Bhakchamam. So there, Bhaktya Ananya Sektya, Aham Evam Vidorjuna. That likewise, Krishna is just by bhakti only one can understand me, not by anything else. That how can that bhakti Brahmande Brahmite Kona Bhagyavan Jiva Guru Krishna Krupaya Paya Bhakti Lata Bheja. By the mercy of the Guru and Krishna, one will receive that seed of bhakti and he can nourish by chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and following the regulative principles to protect from himself from the Sangha doshas. And always among the devotees of association, he has to nourish that Bhakti Lata Bheja, and then he will go back. That will make him, whenever he is leaving the body, then that is the plant where he is taking us. So here if we see this picture, in this is having 14 planetary systems. There is the Bhur, it is the 7th planet, Earth. This is where Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is going, starting here. We are all chanting here. This Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And this mantra is taking us beyond this universe and entering into the Brahma Jyoti, going through the Vaikuntha planets and further. Where is that one? So further it is going through passing through the Narayana, Lakshmi and then all other Vaikuntha planets and taking us to the Goloka Vrindavan, passing through what is Ayodhya and then Dwaraka, Jagannath Puri, Madhura and then entering here into the Milk Ocean. This is the Shweta Dheepam. And then entering into that lotus flower, which is the Goloka, where Radha and Krishna are Tatra Sarvopari Goloke Yat Yatra the Lord is Viharat Paramanandi Govindo Atulanayakaha. The topmost planet is the Tatropa Tatra sarvopari goloke. Sarva upari goloke. Out of all the spiritual planets, Goloka is the topmost. Viharet, this is the Lord enjoys there. Viharet Paramanandi Govindo Atulanayaka. There is no one is equal to him. He enjoys there. So this is what is taking us. It is the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra by performing bhakti. Bhakti Lata Bija. What that is coming from the Guru and Krishna. Guru Krishna Kripaya Paya Bhakti Lata Bija. So that one the Lord says here, and Prabhupada is saying that one. Only one is by devotional service to the Lord or by approaching the devotee of the Lord who always has the Lord in his heart. This is the wherever the devotee is the this is again said Bhavad Vida Bhagavataha Tiddhabhutaha Swayam Vibhotidhe Kurvanti Tiddhani Swa Antahastena Gadabruta. Swa Antahastena Gadabruta. He captures the Lord in his heart, and wherever he goes, he gives Krishna to everyone. That's why wherever the devotee is called, he is like a Tiddhabhuta. He makes that place as a Tiddha. Tiddhe Kurvanti Tiddhani Swa Antahastena Gadabruta. So one has to take the shelter of the devotee of the Lord. That is again, Jadabharata says to Rahugana, saying that Vina Mahatpada Rajobhishekam, unless one is taking the dust of the feet of a devotee and applying all his whole body, if he is doing that, for him it is easy to get the devotional service. That is Mahatpada Rajobhishekam. By devotional perfection, one can understand that the impersonal Brahma Jyoti is only partial representation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, and that the three Purusha expansions in the material creation are his plenary portions. This is Vishnu's Trini Rupani Purushakya Anyuto Viduhu. Ekam tu Jagasrastuhu. Dvitiyam Twanda Samsitam. Trutiyam Sarvabhotastam. Tani Dhyatma Vimuchade. Who understands the three Vishnu forms like the who are they? This is the Karnodakasai Vishnu, this is here, and then Garbhodakasai Vishnu, he is the one lying here, and Kshirodakasai Vishnu, this is the Sarvabhotastam. Who understands that Tani Jnatva Vimuchyate, he will be easily go out of this universe. Okay, and then these are the Purusha expansions. In the spiritual sky of the Brahma Jyoti, there is no change of various kalpas or millenniums, and there are no creative activities in the Vaikuntha worlds. One has to go to that Vaikuntha. Krishna Prasad Sumukam Spruhaniye Dhama Sneha Valoka Kalaya Ramayam this is Sneha Valoka Kalaya. One has to decide to go there. This is Krishna Prasad Sumukam Spruhaniye Dhama. And this is Syame Prutavarsi Sobitaya Sriyasvaham Choda Manim Subhagayantam Yivatma Dishnyam. Chodamani, it is like a Chodamani, the Lord, and the Lord is having the goddess of fortune in his heart. Okay, that is the beautiful thing. One has to go to that Vaikuntha. Okay, so the influence of time is conspicuous by its absence. There is Nayatra Kalha, there is no time factor. The rays of the transcendental body of the Lord, the illuminated Brahma Jyoti, are undeterred by the influence of material energy. In the material world also, the initial creator is the Lord himself. He brings about the creation of Brahma, who becomes the subsequent creator empowered by the Lord. So likewise, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So this is the Brahma is the secondary, he does the secondary creation. He is empowered by the Lord. Later on, the Lord also says that one, O Brahma, by my mercy, you will not be affected by the mode of passion. You will be able to do all your job perfectly. Likewise, also we have seen in the second canto also, the Lord has given handshakes to the Brahma as well. So that is very beautifully explained. So the relations between the Lord and the living entity, it is so deep. One has to awaken that consciousness. Okay, so likewise, and this Brahma Jyoti, for that one, Brahmano hi pratistaham amrutasya avyasacham sukha And Shashvatasya dharmasya sukasya aikantikasya cha. That is the eternal Brahma Jyoti. For that one, Krishna is the basis. Brahmano hi pratishta aham. That Brahma Jyoti is also is depends on me. So likewise, the Lord says, so one has to worship that Krishna. Ishvaraha Paramaha Krishnaha Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govindaha Sarvakarana Karanam. That Krishna, who is the source of all other incarnations and gunavataras, anything, whatever we see in this material world, everything comes from Krishna only. There is nothing beyond Krishna. Okay, so I stop there. So it take a few minutes because to go in a flow. Here the Brahma is saying to the Lord, Nataha param parama yadbhavataha swarupam anandamatram avikalpam aviddavacchaha pasyami visasujam ekam aviswamatman bhutendriyatmaka madastha upasritosmi. Likewise, Brahma is saying that I am taking the shelter at the lotus feet of the Lord. Upasrita, so I'm a surrendered soul. Okay, I stop there. Um, Thank you so much, dear devotees. So if you have got any questions, kindly ask. If you have got anything to share, kindly share. I stop there. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I just want to say, I find these lessons, you explain them so simply, so beautifully, that it's so easy to understand. I find it a privilege to be in these classes. So thank you very much for these sessions. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please can accept my humble obeisances, O good Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. I have a question, Prabhuji. You just read these beautiful prayers of Lord Brahma, right? So what is the difference between these prayers and the Brahma Samhita, please?
So these prayers are Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. And those prayers, Brahma Samhita, that is unto Krishna. Ishvaraha Paramaha Krishna directly. So that one also, some of the prayers of Brahma comes in the 10th canto as well. Whenever he was bewildered by Krishna, the Brahma Vimohana Lila, that is another prayers there. Again, once he go, possibly I am just contemplating, once he go back and then he might have contemplating and then compiling this Brahma Samhita later on. That is what, but it is Brahma's one. This is for Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. It is to the Purusha Avatar. That is to Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna.
Thank you. But in Brahma Samhita, we have like start by number 1 until I think 56 or 50 something. Why do we don't like read and recite the first 29? Because we start from 29.
Yes. So that one, it is first shloka, we all know that Ishvaraha Paramaha Krishna Chidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govindaha Sarvakarana Karanam. Next one, it starts from Sahasrapatra Kamalam Gokulakyam Mahatpadam Tat Karnikaram Tadhama Tadanam Tasambhavam. Tannika, this one, Karnikaram Madhyantram Shatkonam Vajrakelakam Shadanga Shatpadistanam Prakrutya Purushena Cha Premananda Rasananda Avasitam Hiyat. So that describes about the creation of the Lord and the beauty of the Lord, where the Lord is there on the abode of Goloka. This is Shatkornam Vajrakelakam, Shadangam Shatpadisthanam. It also describes unto that slokas, 29 sloka, from 2nd to 29, it is all about the universe. It is very beautiful thing. It will, in a short, in a few slokas, it describes. So, how he expands himself as the Karnodaka Sai Vishnu, and then from the Karnodaka Sai Vishnu, there is Prajapati, and also another Vishnu comes, and another Shambhu comes, and then Shambhu is going to impregnate the material universe, that Shambhu. So here we do not see the Vishnu and Prajapati, the Shiva here. So those are also appearing from the Karnodaka Sai Vishnu. That one can be seen in the Brahma Samhita. it is a little bit advanced version. And then once if we understand the 2-3 cantos of Bhagavatam, then if we see Brahma Samhita, it is easy for us to see that Brahma Samhita. So for example, here, see Brahma Samhita. Mahabharata, Ramayana, where is that? Okay, this one. So this one Brahma Samhita is going like this here. So purpose, if I take the purpose here, in this shlokas, he was mentioning the world of realm Gokula is hexagonal abode of Krishna. It is Shadgonam Vajrakelakam, and petals are abodes of gopis. So that starts describing, this is the Chaturasram Tatparitah Shweta Dvipakya Madbhutam Chaturasram Chaturas Chaturmurte Chaturdhama Chatushpuritam, describing like Vasudeva, Sankashna, Pradyumna, and who are all taking the shape of this one. We see here 4 expansions of the Lord, and also the Trishulas are there, jewels are there. It's describing the Goloka Vrindavana. And then going up to here, further it is describing about the Lord's, the Maya, illusory energy, and then Maheshwara, see, it is describing about that. And then finally it comes to starting from the Brahma's prayers, like the Chintamani Prakata Sadbhushu Kalparuksha Lakshavrute Survirabi Palayantam. That is where the prayers start. But until that point, it is the universe, how the Goloka Vrindavana, how the universe came into the existence, that all described here.
Thank you, Prabhuji. But because once I asked somebody, I learned it from 1 to the end, to 56 or 57. And I asked, why don't we recite the same ISKCON? We don't do that.
Yeah, we do. But people, they wanted to simply glorify it and the other things about the technical details. And also in the last, there are 6 shlokas after the prayers of Brahma prayers. At the time Lord speaks, the Panchashlokimam, that Lord speaks, that one. At the final instructions to Brahma, there also is the, it is that, what is that shloka? Dharmananyan parityajya mam ekam bhaja visvasan yadrusi shraddha siddhir bhavati tadrusi kurvandirantaram karma lokoyam anuvartate tenaiva karmana dhyayan mam param bhakti michati. So you engage, like Arjuna got instruction, sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam saranam raja. Likewise Brahma has got dharmananyan parityajya mam ekam bhaja visvasan. That is Brahma's receivement from the Lord. This is also there are 6 slokas at the end after the prayers.
At the end, yes. Yes. Thank you, Prabhuji. So nice. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, any other questions or sharings? Okay, if there are no questions, then we shall conclude our session for tonight. And see you in later sessions again. Maybe for the beautiful shlokas. Again, after 25 shlokas, there is a Palashruti. And whoever does this 1 to 25 shlokas, so I request all the devotees kindly attentively hear these 25 shlokas for the next couple of days and try to recite. And at the end, you can also desire some kind of wishes or benedictions from the Lord. There the Lord also says that Yayetena Pumanityam Sutva Suratena Mam Bhajet Tasyasu. The Lord says that Samprasideyam Sarvakama Vareshwaraha. I will fulfill the desires of a devotee, whoever does these 25 shlokas. Yayetena Pumanityam, every day. He will fulfill those desires. Phalashruti is there. So kindly hear those things. But these 25 shlokas contains so much of about our existence, human existence as well, how we are suffering in this material world, and what is the Lord's position, and how one can be freed from the sinful activities. This prayers includes all that philosophy as well automatically. So that is the Palashruti as well. And then the one has to attract to the Lord also says at the end that one has to attract to my beautiful form, not to the material bodies of any other kind. that Lord would also speak to that one, to Brahma, saying that Aham Atma Atmanam Dhataha Preshtaha Presamapi Ato Mayi Ratim Kurya Dehadihi Mat Yatkrute Priyaha. People, they like different bodies, but they all have to attract only to me. This is Aham Atma Atmanam Dhataha. The Lord says. So I request all the devotees kindly, attentively hear for next couple of days in the Brahma's prayers. And you can also recite 25 shlokas. And then you can also desire any benedictions from the Lord. So there also he mentions Pumsam Swakamaya Vivikta Margehi Abhyachitam Kam Dugangri Padmam. The Lord fulfill the desires of all the devotees who approach him. So devotees, they do not ask for any material things. They ask only for the eternal benedictions that are related to Krishna only. So in such a way, there is an opportunity for you as well to ask any benedictions from the Lord after 25 shlokas. Now we have done only 3 shlokas. Okay, so with that one, so I shall conclude for now. I stop myself and conclude the session for today. वंचकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनंतकोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Have a Krishna conscious night, everyone. Okay, see you later on.
Krishna, thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you so much for the wonderful class.
Excellent class. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.